Good evening, loves. Welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the Poetry King, Ty Black from the ATL. Honey, he's bringing all that fire over here. How are you guys doing tonight? Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. I think that's Terry. I think. Wait a minute, and I could be wrong because forgive me, I don't have on my glasses. I think that says Tara. How are you doing? Mwah! Yes. I'm just waiting for whew, for my guest to get in the building, and you guys know how I like to do. He is here. Ty Black, I'm gonna not do the books tonight because you are already here in the building. I'll do them at the end of the show. Thank you. Wait a minute. Okay. Ty. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the one and only, the Volcano, Mr. Ty Black from the ATL, the Poetry King. How are you doing tonight?
First and foremost, good afternoon. How are
Good.
you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So, uh, I was asked to be here, and you can go ahead and plug yourself. This your show. This your show. Trust and believe. You're not ready for me. You're not ready
I
for
know.
me.
I know, but a girl gotta do what she do, right?
I just, I understand. I understand. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Exactly. So, to get this party started, you are passionate, you're truthful, you're bold, you're gifted, you're talented, and you are fire. I want to know, what was your life like as a child, harnessing all of that power and gifts, and what were you like?
Woo.
What was your life
Okay.
like?
So when you start off with the compliments like that, all I can do is just say gratitude and appreciate it. Thank you so very much for acknowledging that. And to answer your question, as far as my childhood, it was very quiet. Um, I really was. Of course, as a child, you're not really into yourself. You're still discovering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But being one of the taller people because of my physical attributes, I was taller than most kids, so I was picked
Mm-hmm.
on. I was picked on until I moved down here for South, and well, moved down here to the South, and I was chosen to play football because of my size. So
Mm-hmm.
I was found useful to say the least.
Okay.
But majority of my childhood was very very quiet. Yeah, so it was only until my early 20s that I've actually started doing poetry, and poetry built what you see today.
Mm-hmm. So it was in your 20s
Mhm.
that you started writing. What prompted you to start writing?
So I mean, when you think of that, my childhood, when I was born and raised in New York, there was a little spot called Corona off of Queens, and I lived blocks away from the Langston Hughes Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
And it was there I was introduced to artists such as Nikki Giovanni and, of course, Langston Hughes, County Cullen, Edgar Allan Poe, a few of those artists. But what inspired me to write was the fact that in that, nobody could tell me what to do. I was
Mm-hmm.
free, you know, ultimately, And as a child, you already know you're not supposed to do that, do this, do that, that. You had all these commandments, but when it came to writing, I'm my master in chief.
Right, right, exactly. And that is such freedom because I grew up also. How you want to tell me? what I can do and not do. As long as I'm not breaking the law, it's on and by. You know. So that's awesome. Now you when you speak, even I said even in the cuss out that was fire, you posted you were actually on someone's show and you did a piece where you were saying that you hope the person basically gets jacked up. And usually, people don't really go that deep, but you were just in it and with no hesitation, no, maybe I shouldn't do this or maybe I shouldn't say this. And I just love that. It was raw. It was, true, because that's how most of us feel. When we get our feelings hurt, we want to cuss them niggas out or fight or, hurt them. We want them to hurt as much as we do. And you just let loose. And that is freedom, you know. And I love that.
Well, I'll tell you like that. Speaking of I hope, and that's the title of the piece. When it comes to I hope, we've all been there before.
Mm.
We've all been there. We've all been hurt by somebody to the point where all decorum, all filters are out that window, are all out that window. So I just let it rip. Not even one good time, because I'm known for my angry tones. But in that one piece, yeah, the volcano erupted, and that's what you got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that. Now, the anger, because as a child, well, I didn't know it until I got older, uh, that I was angry growing up. And that anger is, yeah, it's fire. Because my dad, I was really, really close to my dad, like where I slept between him and my mom when I was little. And when he left my mother when I was 7, I got angry. I didn't cry. My sister, she cried. Not me. I was just like, I'm okay, whatever. And when when we were about, I remember we were like 14 or 15 and something happened and she was crying about my dad. I was like, why are you crying? Do you see me crying? Not understanding. When you hurt, you're supposed to cry. I was thinking, when you hurt, oh, get angry. Okay, get angrier. And that's what I did. So
You had another outlet for your anger,
what
or
you
at
say?
least at the time you didn't know what it
I
was.
didn't know. I didn't
Right.
know. No. So I carried this fire and released it. Yeah, quite often.
So I'll say this: if time allows, I would say this: when it comes to an artist, when it comes to expressing stuff that's been bottled up, it's like shaking a can of soda and then opening
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It goes everywhere. So it doesn't matter if you were innocent, if you were a civilian, everybody's collateral damage when it comes to the direction of your poetry, or when it comes to the direction of your emotion. So I had to learn at an early age to control that. And that's where poetry came in. And like I said before, it's about freedom. I can write whatever I want on paper. You know what I'm saying? I might not be able to do it in actuality, but for the time being, I'm free.
Exactly.
And later on in life to now, what I am learning is that time's too short. Time is too short. Why am I holding myself back? Why am I biting off my tongue to save your life when you are in the wrong? Why can I not check you for who you are? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I know there's a certain way and a certain fashion of doing it. There's a certain politically correct way of doing it. But then sometimes some people just need to be checked. And when I mean checked, I'm talking about like looking them dead in the face,
Mm-hmm.
not blinking, not
Mm-hmm.
flinching, and letting them know who they are.
Yes, I totally agree with that. That's what's up. Now, please, Mr. Ty Black, give us a taste of the volcano.
Okay, so this is my first time on the show, so I want to ask if I'm able to use certain language.
Oh, Mr. Ty Black, yes, you can
Okay, all
paraphrase
right.
it,
Hey,
let it
hey.
rip, do your thing.
If you haven't realized it yet, if you're still trying to figure it out, you are in the presence of greatness. I am Ty Black. I burn with black flames. I am the walking volcano, vice president and member of the Galaxy of Poets. This is my voice. This is my voice. And with every syllable that comes forth from my soul, may I drop words that make earthquakes tremble. For within every verb, every noun, every adjective, I want the definition of me to speak clearly, so those of you who sit in those seats can absolutely feel me. This is my voice, and like thumb pressing, not the same, just as extraordinary as my name, but mine is a signature to every piece I write. Engraved with a spiritual penmanship that some of y'all might consider unrefined, but god damn it, it's mine. And with every breath that flows from the shell, may I give a testimony with the only weapon that no man can be out of me. For my black ass was not meant to fit in a mold of conformity, rather to break every barrier that this world has set for me, because somebody said that being me was easy.
Mm.
This is my voice, and with every ounce of spirit in me, may my words boom with the symphonies of thunder. Let car alarms go off as I set fire to this microphone, for poetry is not only meant to say, I love you. I want my world to revolve around you. To please, when I die, I want brothers and sisters to carry weapons of mass verbalizations, loaded with the intelligence of the highest caliber. Fuck the roses and the cheerful eulogies. When I go, I want to go into that great light happily, knowing that when people speak about me, they'll say, "Damn, John David did." This is my voice. Even in silence, you can hear my words pulsing through my mind. And when my thoughts finally appear on a piece of paper, you now have an immortal piece of me for all the world to see. Even in anger, if I do not have the words to say, I let my middle finger do the talking. And if actions speak louder than words, then let that trusty Excalibur transform into my boombox now. Set that bitch on full blast. This
Mm.
is my voice, my weapon of expression that channel both compassion and damnation, and with just a push of the wrong button, this kind-hearted brother can become that bad mother, able to curse the devil out within a few rhymes, able to knock you out with a single verse so fast that I can do it reverse. Because I am a poet, a lover of this world's vocabulary, and within each sentence, I hope to bring light to this world and end this travesty of unspoken misery. This is my voice. And by now, it's getting a little hoarse, for my poem is reaching the end of its course. But before I let go on this microphone, understand that you shall not stand in the shadows of silence, but rather walk in the gloriness of happiness when you finally decide to use your voice. For your life was not meant for you to just sit down and let time pass you by. And if you're doing it by choice, then excuse me for taking up 2 minutes of it. Because it only makes sense to me to open my mouth and let the world hear me. For this gift that God gave me is truly a wonderful blessing. And with it, I'm going to make a change by using the knowledge I get and using these unconscious messages life by simply using my voice.
Honey, somebody dialed 911, call the fire department, call somebody. He said, reverse that thing. What? You know what? Honey. And you are so right about our voices. This is your voice. Use it. Use it. Spread
Why
that.
not?
Yes.
Why not? And why not? If you're gifted with such a talent. And the one thing I do say, because I hear a lot of artists out there, well, a lot of people out there, period, that don't believe that they're poets. No, I can't do poetry. You're holding a conversation. Within that conversation, there's a certain cadence, a certain inflection of voice, a certain amount of emotion that you put into your words. You're a poet by nature.
Come on.
Why not use it?
Yes. 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 And that's what music, all those songs, that's poetry. Put the music. It starts right here. That written word, and then you open your mouth and speak. Not to mention, how you think things manifest? By your words. What? They're actually, it's your words slow down and they take shape and boom, here we are. Gotta open your mouth.
That whole entire part. That whole entire
Yeah.
part.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, you are phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, Galaxy of Poets, that's your baby, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How
So,
did Galaxy of Poets? Go ahead before.
okay. So the Galaxy of Poets, we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary. Now, for those that don't know what the Galaxy of Poets is,
Congratulations.
go ahead and give you a little bit of information. The Galaxy of Poets is a collective of diverse creatives with the intentions of being advocates for mental health and domestic abuse, whether it be through our virtual shows, whether it be through our mental health check-ins, which we do 3 times a day, 5 days out the week on Instagram under the Galaxy of Poets, or our virtual shows. It is our intention as we grow, as we become this nonprofit organization, that we are an asset to the world, especially to our poetry community, to where we create a safe space for those that are looking to express themselves in a creative manner.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's what's up. Because people definitely need a safe space, because sometimes people think everybody should line up and sound the same and say the same, do the same. I'm like, no, we're not robots. Everyone,
I am not a Xerox. I am
come on,
not a duplicate.
come on,
I am not a duplicate. I am not a clone. I am me. Originally
mm-hmm,
me.
mm-hmm,
Unapologetically me.
mm-hmm,
So put me in
mm-hmm.
line with everybody else, and to think that we are going to do the same thing is asinine.
Yes, 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 yes. That is so true. And I'm like, once we understand that, I'm not like you. And it's okay. I'm like, I love and like being who I am, and doing what I do and moving how I move. I'm like, discover how, look inside and discover how awesome. That's what people do. Discover how awesome you are. So I'm like, wow, to us, to people, individuals. I'm like, if people take a look inside and see what's in there, they'd be amazed.
What a lot of people really don't understand is that despite the fact that you think I could change at a drop of a dime, I've invested a lot of time into who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I've broken a lot of layers. I have jumped through a lot of loopholes. I have hurdled a lot of mountains to get where I am.
Come on now.
So for you to actually think that just at this moment that you will command me to be something else, that's a whole different story. Hey, we can agree to disagree right here, right now. I can walk the other way or politely look you in the face and tell you no. It's your choice, just like it's mine. I choose to be who I am.
Yes, yes. And that's across the board. That's with friendships, work, relationships. It's just, I'm
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
because early on, being in relationships, guys see me, like me, and then when we get together, well, I want you to be like this. I want you to do that. I'm like, nah. Let me tell you, after the third marriage, before I got divorced, the woman said, you can get your name changed back for free if you want to get your maiden name back. I said, oh yeah, because I need to know who I am. And it's been on and popping from then, because we shouldn't have to wear our hair a certain way. or dress a certain way to please someone. When you lay eyes on me, baby, believe what you see and hear, because I'm not, and I understand with things going on in the world and things changing, people, oh goodness, I don't want to, just some of the conversations that I have with men, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. You know, all of this, uh, they don't want to wine and dine women anymore. I'm like, really? But you want something for nothing? Really? I'm like, I'm not the one.
And this conversation just came up real quick, and you know, my wife was actually watching TikTok, and this video came up talking about when did it become when did it become a trend to tell a woman that she is just worth a plate?
Wait a minute. When did it become a trend to tell a woman what?
She is worth a plate, like going out to dinner and that's it.
What?
That exactly. When did it become a trend? When did it become a trend? Wow. Again, if you see a diamond and you want that diamond, you're either going to get them tools, get in that mine, and dig that thing out, or you're gonna spend all the money in your pocket to get it.
Either way.
The moral of the story is you're gonna work for what you want.
Exactly.
So yes, there's compromise. That's a whole other conversation. But for right now, you want something, you're gonna go get it. Exactly. If you want to settle, that's your choice. But that is not hers. That is not his. Whoever you claim it, whoever is your significant other, y'all both mutually have the right not to settle.
Exactly.
So when you talk about change for somebody,
come on.
Yeah, you get the face. Like, are you serious?
Exactly.
Are you serious? I remember telling somebody. Well, actually, I remember writing this in the poem. I am nobody's cup of tea, but I'm somebody's Hennessy. Straight.
Come on.
Double shot. So yeah.
Yes, honey. Exactly. And what folk don't understand is that I'm good being with me. I'm telling you. And women need to stop saying, oh, I could do bad all by. No, honey, you could do real good all by yourself.
Real bad by yourself.
Get rid of that. You could do bad. Honey, you could do really good.
I will be excellent.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. But that's again that is the culture that we've been taught, that we've been raised in, that we need somebody else. Now, it's a choice. Marriage is a choice. Dating is a choice. And people are now realizing that you have to be comfortable in yourself before you actually bring somebody else into your life.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, y'all have to overcome trials and tribulations. We both know it. And so learn to love. And this whole mental health matters, this whole trend that's been going on now, and not to say it's a trend, but it's actually being acknowledged. Mental health is actually being acknowledged. So in short, clean up your porch before you invite people into dinner.
Exactly.
Before you bring somebody out that car into your house, make sure your stuff is clean, or at least be able to admit and not lie and say, hey, you know what? My place is a little bit dirty. You'll have to excuse it, but I'm a work in progress.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Be honest with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, how in the world are you going to be honest with the person that you're going to share a bed with, share a life with, whatever you share?
Come on.
How you not going to be honest?
Exactly.
You're damaging both you and whoever your significant other is. See, I told you, you're not ready for me.
Come on. Come on. Yes, you tell them. And that's across the board, whether male or female.
Oh,
You're not just talking to the men, you talking to all men.
I put
I
no
love
gender
it.
in this conversation because everybody needs this lesson.
Yes, I'm loving it. I'm like, yes, bring all. That's why I said, come on, bring all of that fire, because that's fire also. See, I'm not just talking about what how you spit your pieces. I'm like, okay, when I listened, I'm like, okay, this brother got something to say. This
Right.
supreme male on the roll, on the rise, okay? And I want that kind of talk on my show.
Oh,
Because it's
you got the right one today. You definitely got the right one today. But it's one thing to say that, my fire wasn't natural, or better yet, my fire wasn't immediately.
mhm,
It wasn't like once I raised into manhood, this came out.
mhm,
It matured. It
mhm,
started out with a center, and it built over time. And there was times where I swear it almost went out,
mhm.
but somebody lit the fire again, and it grew, and it
mhm.
grew, and it grew. And such was life. We have to understand that it's okay to fail, but you have to get back up. And that
Yes.
goes on all spectrums of life, whether it be relationships, your professional life, whatever have you, your personal growth, your mental health, your physical health, your finances. It's okay to drop down, but what's not okay is that you stay there. If you know something is wrong, or somebody is introducing your errors to your attention and you're not changing it, that's your choice to fail. That is your choice to fail. That is your choice to be a failure. But what I'm not going to do, and what I'm not going to let the people behind me or around me or in front of me do, is fail. I
Come on.
hope
Come on.
that's what you have to do. We've said it
Yes.
before, and it's been said many times before. It takes a village to raise a child. No, it takes a village to raise a person.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
raise a child into adolescence, into adulthood, it takes an entire village. And even until the brink of death, it still
Come on.
takes that circle of people. You still have to have a circle of people around you. So,
Yes.
again,
Yes. Yes.
clean
Most,
yourself up.
most
Clean yourself,
definitely.
clean
Yes.
yourself up. If you admittedly have a problem, admit it. Find the resources to get your help. If you know you're doing something that is wrong, correct it. It sounds simple. I know it's hard. I know there's gonna be challenges, but still, yeah, you have to weigh your options. Are you doing this for publicity, for celebrity, or are you doing this for self? Are you doing this for your growth? Are you doing this for selfies, or are you doing this for self? Boy, that's a t-shirt. Anyway,
Come on. You better say it.
yeah,
Yes, indeed.
I'm
Yes.
not, I'm not here, and IG's great. The social media platforms, they're all great. I give you, it's a resource, it's a tool. It's a tool to connect with people.
Yes.
But what you're not going to do is water me down or fill me up with something I'm not.
Come on.
I am me. I bring the volcano to social media. Social
Come on.
media did not create the volcano. I created it. My friends created it. My village around me created it. I am that monster. I'm the problem. I'm the danger.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. You were you before social media came into play. And that's what people need to
I mean,
understand.
I'm from that era where it was dial-up. I was from that era where you had to wait until the the internet connected to your landline. I was from that space where MySpace was still just an echo in the galaxy.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Where you had to write letters. Where being a pen pal wasn't only meant for institutions.
Come on.
Where you had to learn that 25-cent stamp. You had to go to the post office to get it and then drop it into the mailbox.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. I was here. I was here way before this. I will continue to be me way before this ends. Even if it doesn't end, I will still be me.
Come on.
And that's what I expect for the people around me to understand that you are awesome. Whether this screen is on or off, you are awesome.
Yes. 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 And that's what is up. Being awesome in real life. Being you to the fullest in real life. Bringing all of yourself to wherever you go. Whether it's in public or behind closed doors. Be you and do what you do.
That's all you can do.
Yes.
Why waste your life on somebody else? Or faking to be somebody else?
Come on.
Why wear a mask when you're beautiful already?
Come on. Yes. That's what's up. This is, you know what? This is evidently somebody needs to hear about the mask, because I had a young lady on here who was talking about taking off, what was it called? Lady Behind the Mask or Breaking the Mask. She had two books, Lady Behind the Mask and Breaking the Mask, where she had to take the mask off, and that's what she had to do. Dig inside. You got to dig in you. And it's not to say whatever happens to you, two parties are involved. But we still got to say, how did I get myself into this mess? You understand? What role did I play?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't find myself in this space again. I still got to take responsibility for me. It's just like example.
Stop second placing yourself to the whims and ways of others.
Yes.
Stop thinking that validations or approvals make who you are. You are you before they even came to mind.
Yes.
You have to make yourself in your life and in those. So no. And that's another reason why I will never go back to where I was. I will never go back to that silence. I will never go back to not speaking. I will never go back to being afraid. This whole thing about being afraid, being scared to do anything has to stop. We have to be fearless. We have to be relentless, because what's invested is us.
Come on. Yes. And I'm going to get a return on my investments. Do you understand what I'm saying?
A return? Ma'am, I own this. There is no return. It's straight profit here. It's straight profit. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm sharing with other partners, which I'm not, other than my wife.
He said, which I'm not.
You know, this is sole propriety over here. Sole propriety. You know, there are no shareholders.
That's what's up.
I am my legacy.
Yes.
So, yeah. When I write my poetry, when I speak, no longer should I fear. And it's a problem I'm working on. But no longer should I fear the thoughts of others. My thoughts are my thoughts. Now, whether you like them or not, you have two options: either accept them or don't.
Period.
Now, not to say I'm wrong, and see that's where a lot of people get arrogant. You know, they think what they say is right, not understanding that there's a slim chance you might be wrong.
It's a possibility.
If and when you're wrong, be person enough, be brave enough, be courageous enough to be like, okay, I admit I was wrong. Now find a way to correct yourself. That's all it is. And that should be one of the human, well, it is one of the human laws. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays we get so diluted in attempting to pleasure ourselves in the indulgence of ourselves that we're willing to step on and step over everybody else that comes around. That's not the way time works.
Right.
That's not the way time works. Now, yes, I might say some things that might not be to your liking, but still, yet and all, I respect you as a human being.
Right.
And that's where a lot of people, that's where, not this generation, because I really hate to say that, because it's just respect, period, across boards, ages, race, religions, gender, all that. It's all about respect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know about something, ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes. Exactly. That's what's up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A Taste Of, for all of you who have just joined. Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with a taste of the Poetry King, Ty Black from the ATL. Please give us another taste of you.
I am drowning in a river that weeps, lamenting silently while eternity sleeps. For every day I lose a little bit of my sanity, but it's every day I lose a little bit of my passion. You see, I am dead. I am dead, a soulless, lifeless creature that dwells in the shadows of darkness, for to be in the light of some darkness would be to savor some sweetness of some happiness. But I guess my destiny asks for something less. For if misery loves company, I must be a truly beloved guest, for every day my passion for life is put to the test. You see, my father, who was named after the prophet with wisdom sprinkled with the sands of time, could not be here tonight, or any night, to listen to me rock. So it's with a sad hand that I write these pieces. I gain some pieces. I think about my beloved deceased. 6 feet lay between us as I try to whisper to him, with words that flutter like frightened butterflies as I try to find a stone. Damn, I wish to hear the words only a father could say, to hear his wisdom like music enter my ear, to regain what life is so suddenly taken. Something so very deep. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, washed in his spirit, washed in his blood. To be in the front pew waiting for the casket to close, tears running down my face and start down my nose. I don't care who sees. I don't care who sees. This is my father. This is the person who cared when nobody else cared about her. This is a result from a visit from death that Arctic angel has stolen and frozen his very last breath. And as I look in his closed eyes, I see only a shell, because he's in paradise, leaving me in the earthly hell. I call for him, but I know I can't bring him back. And I know in the future that my sorrow and grief will surely build up and stack, so sometimes I have to take a step back, because I can't take it. Y'all not understanding. My father was not meant to go. And sometimes I find myself on bended knees, crying, begging, pleading, please. Wake my father from his earthly sleep and return him to me with silence deep, but no response. No response, just that silence that brought my father to his deathly slumber. So now we're all here together to say farewell. Father, brother, husband, friend. It is with love that you care for a family, and it's with love that you care to the very end. I love you. This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Do you have any children?
I have a 21-year-old stepson, none of my own, but I've been with
That's
him
what's
since
up.
before and love him even more. Love him like he's my own.
Come on now. I know that's right. I know that's right. And that's the thing. People think in order to father or mother, you have to actually it has to come from your loins, but no. Whoever child is in my care or you leave your child with me, that becomes my child. Not only that, we're equipped to father and to mother. So it's on and popping. Yeah, that's
Uh,
what's up.
being that I wasn't, being, having a child, even though I do have a child, I've been blessed with extended family and friends and, artists that I call children. I had my one and only daughter, Myra's a mother, and she's probably in the room right now. She's probably listening because she's at work. But since we met, since we connected, it's been that fatherly daughter bond. And like you said, you don't have to be blood to be related.
Come on.
It's that common ground. It's that love. It's that connection that
Yes.
brings us together.
Yes. 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 I totally agree. Totally. Wow. Now, do you have a book published?
Unfortunately, no. It's definitely in the
What?
works. Um,
Okay.
Currently, at this moment, I am, of course, building my brand as far as being an artist, both a performing artist and a written artist. So that's definitely a published work is definitely in the works for 2023. It was supposed to be 2022, but of course, life happens. So
Yes.
you have to chin up, keep moving. So
No,
2023, that's the look.
got you. Got you. That's what's up. I was gonna say, yes, you definitely, definitely have to put something out. I love it. Now, do you well, yes, you in the ATL, right?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know you hitting up the spots down there.
Okay, so uh, moment of transparency. Well, it's been transparent since. Not even worried about that. Anyway, maybe since I've been doing IG, I've been in and out the hospital.
Oh,
So when I am home, I am recovering. So the poetry streets have not seen me in quite some time. I am just now re-emerging. And even then, it's very limited. So social media gets the majority of me until these streets become safe again for the volcano to walk, if that makes any sense.
okay. Okay, got you. I got listen. I'm with you. Protect that health. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see what my time looking like. Oh, okay. Can I please? Can we get a love piece? A taste
Okay,
of love from Mr. Ty Black.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Now, mind you, and I say this to everybody in the room and everybody that's listening to this on replay, love poems are not really my thing, but I do have a piece. I actually have three pieces that I've written over time, but I haven't, well, one of them, and I'll go ahead and do one for you. It's called The Big Man. If you haven't realized it yet, I walk in pretty big shoes. And if you walk beside me, you might even feel the earth give way. And in the summer seat, you might have the audacity to ask me, excuse me, sir, can I please stand in your shadow for shade? Now, I let that stuff slide knowing that one day my cell phone will receive a transmission saying that you need help with paying any type of commission because you need muscles to help lift, move, and shift. Now, I've learned to accept the fact that I will remain a certain size despite the numerous hours I spend in excruciating exercise, but what some of y'all have yet to realize is that within this large size beats the heart circumference of Jupiter. Now, In conversation with a dear friend of mine, we talked about the personalities of a big man. Oh, they could be the sweetest people in the world, she says, but they're often clingy, always seeking attention. Well, damn. And then all the moment I remain speechless, so in response, I hope this poem will make some kind of sense. What you are looking at now is a specimen that used to be 389 pounds and 76 inches. So I hope we're all in agreement that you are in the presence of a big man. And in the Bible, it says we're all equal in God's love, but truthfully, what about the love of the people around you? So in response to my dear friend, big men seek attention because we don't receive it. The big man has become the object of wonder. Anywhere I go, I get asked these questions of, excuse me, sir, what team do you play with? Or, excuse me, sir, are you some type of bouncer? Even on the television screen, the big man has become the object of entertainment. But what makes matters worse is that we're sometimes laughter's target. Big men need love too. And in this category, I guess we're purposely missed because when we try to approach the ladies, we're the quickest to get dismissed. Love has become the big man's addiction. For in this world of cruelty is our escape from this harsh reality. And with every drop that so happens to miraculously find me, I cherish it with the greatest of appreciation because I know that love for a big man is in small supply. So when my dear friend said that big men are clean, I feel we have a God ordained right to be because love can appear and disappear so easily, and then it's back to where we begun, alone. The big man is known for his intimidation, for his great feats of strength and protection. But what people find so funny is how a man so strong can have a soul of affection. How a mountain so big can have a river of compassion flowing from the depths of his heart, feeding the thirsty, the lonely down below. And from this altitude, the big man has a better attitude. And the size of his heart gives him room enough to include each and every one of you. So please, if you find a big man trying hard to find love, please give that man a hug and let him know that big is most definitely beautiful.
I love that. That is, you know what? I was gonna say, you are so totally awesome. For you to, that's transparency. To tell, to give us your heart like that. That's what I'm talking about. Love it. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? And I know men feel like that, but a lot of men won't say that, you know? So,
Suck it up, Buttercup. We're told not to. We're told not to speak of matters of the heart unless it's to get something we want. So nowadays, we're for those that open up their hearts, they're considered vulnerable. They're considered weak. And for men my size to even think about something, okay, all right, who you love? Who loves you?
wait a minute, Ty, your volume went down.
Do I have to jump back out and jump back in? What do I need to do? Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's a little low still. Just a little. Turn it up.
Check my friend called the internet. How about now?
That's a little better. Okay. It's not extremely low. Say something for me. Ty? No, you're spinning. Oh my goodness. You guys, he'll be back in. Let me send him an invitation. We'll get him right back in. Okay, he should be back in a second. There. Okay.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
That was like,
So while we're readjusting, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for the opportunity to come upon your show to speak not only my poetry, but to speak my life. And also, I just want to do a short, shameless plug. I am not the poetry king, but I am a king of poetry. I would like to thank Miss Melancholic for the hoodie. And if you would like, poetry king or queen, go to Miss Melancholic's page.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. Now, wait a minute. King of poetry. Poetry king. Got you. You still ruling it. And it doesn't take anything from anyone else. There's more
Well,
than one king.
Well,
Right.
like I said in the beginning, and what I said when I introduced myself is actually a mantra to myself because I really sometimes don't believe it. My self image and self worth has been damaged over the years. So when I say, if you haven't realized it by now, if you're still trying to figure it out, you are in the presence of greatness. That's not only to those that are in the room right now, that is to me. When I say it with my eyes closed, I am talking to myself. This is my act. This is my information. This is my affirmation of self confidence.
Come on.
This is me building in myself that I too am greatness, that I too am awesome, that I too am deserving of this love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you say I'm a king and I'm ruling this in the back of my, well, in the forefront of my head, it's like, stop, stop.
Yeah.
You not worth it. No, no. And I know the people in the room. Some of the people in the room are like, Ty, stop playing. Like, but no, this is my moment of transparency, and I'm going to use it. There are people out here that really don't believe in themselves, and I am one of them. I am now learning to believe in myself because if you don't believe in yourself, well, how do you expect other people to believe in yourself? So again, this is not just for me. This is for everybody. When I say believe in yourself, not only am I talking to you, I'm talking to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. See, the deal is they are going to because now they know that they like he got me. He understands. So that's yeah, totally.
Hey,
Yes.
poets tell a story. There is no testimony without test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have to go through challenges one way or the other, but understand that we're in it together.
Yeah.
This rat race that people want you to believe in, where you're by yourself, all by yourself. No, there are people behind you, in front of you, and beside you,
Yes.
running
You
this
know
race right
what?
along with you. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you are not alone. And again, I'm not only saying this to you, I'm saying it to myself.
Mm-hmm. I think that more uh, with more people like yourself coming forward and being honest, just like uh, comments, you were saying it's a powerful message. Ramadan. Hey, Ramadan, thank you for joining, honey. The dope female trainer, you know, people are hearing and people are going to see this message afterwards, and it's going to encourage so many for them to step up in life, whether they're of the poetry world or not, for them to go out and do what they've been wanting to do. You know, I'm like, it's something, I guess, I've always been one to be bold and speak my mind and things of that nature. But there was a time where I went through this period where I was um, verbally abused, and that made me have no self-esteem for a period of time. And not only that, I also believe that the person who done it, I thought this was somebody I was supposed to be with. So when it didn't work out, and then all that I endured being with this person, shook me. You know what I'm saying? And for a while, I didn't believe in me and the things that I was supposed to have. And it's something because God sent uh, eventually this guy my way, and God used him to build me back up. When I say used him to tell me, like, how can you not see who you are? And one time he wrote me this letter, 7 points of the queen that I am. And I thought that was just phenomenal, you know, like wow. So sometimes even for people who are bold and outspoken and things of that nature, sometimes we're faced with things that you take a hit, take your benefit forward.
Shattered.
Yes, 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 yes.
And see, the thing is that we might look like an edification of strength, but it just take that one. Goliath got hit with that one rock and
One.
fell like a sycamore.
Yes.
The fact of the matter is, strength is one thing. To be bold and outstanding is to be another. But to be that person takes a lot more strength than you think. I will say this, and we will continue this discussion because I know you have somebody else right behind me. Um, a lion was not made to blend in.
Mm, mm.
There will be times where you walk alone. That's not because you were meant to or naturally inclined to. Those people around you weren't meant for you. That's the message of the day.
Yes. Mr. Black, I don't always bring people back, but we're gonna have to do a part 2 next year.
Next
Definitely.
year is only about what? Today's the 4th, so that means it's only
Exactly.
27 days away. So,
Yes, yes,
yeah, I'm here. I'm
yes.
all, I'm all here for it. But again, I want to thank you for that opportunity. And if you would mind, I would like to go ahead and plug after you do your closing.
Yeah, please do. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, you know what? Close out my show.
Oh man.
Close out.
For those that are watching, for those that have been paying attention, you have now got a taste of Thai Black ATL, hosted by Lavina, Poetic Empress. We would like to thank you, each and every one of you, for coming through. Now, if you like what you heard thus far, please follow Thai Black ATL on Instagram and any social media platforms. Facebook, Tyrone Blackwell. And if anything, follow the Galaxy of Poets. That will be on Instagram. That will be the Galaxy _of_ Poets. And until next time, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, and remember, you are awesome. Until next time, y'all be safe.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, the volcano, the king, the gifted, the fire. He was all of that and more. Thank you so much for joining. Lavina, Poetic Empress, coming at you with a taste of Thai Black, the volcano. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Oh, wait, I will see you guys in a few minutes for my next guest. Thank you so much. God bless you. Mwah. On this tasty Sunday. Where was I?